Alright guys, I'm back. Let's see what happens in the rest of this dungeon here. So this is our first look at the battle system in this game, basically. And you can see that set up pretty much like a normal RPG here. Counterattack for all normal damage taken. Alright, so that's counterattack, run, items. Zauber is like magic. And then there's standard attacks. Let's go with Zauber. And this guy looks like he's made out of water, but let's just try ice. I think he just looks like that because he's a ghost, but... So the magic works pretty normal, but when you do your regular attacks... let me see, is it regular attacks? Let me see here. Yeah, so basically you... when you use your magic attacks, it's standard like that. So that was Barkley's. But there are like every character here. Let's see if I can do it in this fight. Okay, Zomballer. Every character, there it goes. So they have like several different attacks, right? So like depending on if I hit the action key, cancel key, start key, and then I can see what each of them does. So like for example, Zauber slash, you have to tap the attack key to try to do better. So let's do that one on him. Yeah, so I didn't tap it very fast. Let's see, Barkley's is free throw, pass, jumper. So free throw, I believe that one's like a gauge. Same with that one. Forward jumper, hold and release at the height of the jump. And then the other one is like a fade away. So I'll just go through all of them for you. So this is the first one. Oh, I missed. Oh, and I goofed on the second one, but it still hit. That's okay. The timing's a little bit weird on it. Okay, so this one, we'll do that one again. I just tap it. Barkley's. Let's try the second one here. This is going to be way faster. Did I get it? Yeah, got it. And let's see. His was dash stab. Mash the action key during travel to... Oh, no, this is... Press the cancel key to stab dash. Press again when the symbol turns red. Okay, let's see here. There we go. Yeah, so every attack has its own, like, kind of mini game on it, which I think is kind of a cool little thing because it means, like, your battles aren't going to get super repetitive and boring, which is nice. Okay, let's see here. What the? What's this? A sarcophagus? Yes, Barkley. This is the final resting place of a baller long lost to the annals of history. In my spare time, I like to study the inscription around as the sarcophagi, and I glean as much knowledge as I can about the ballers that reside within them. I'm a bit of a b-baller historian, you see. So what have you learned from them? Oh, this and that. Mostly they are about shoes or incredible plays. Nothing particularly amazing. There has been one I've been struggling with recently, though. It goes into quite specific detail about a disaster that will take place in 2053. It has to be a mistranslation or a bad calculation. There's almost no way this could happen. Like the chaos dunk in Manhattan? No, don't get me wrong. This is a tragedy, but what I've been reading, it can only spell one. It can only spell the disaster of mankind. It has only in their place. I see. No, I don't think you do. Okay, so I can't go that way. Can I go in here? Is this a door? The sarcophagus, it's open. Yes, Barkley. Ancient b-ball magics haunt these halls, causing the dead to rise. Is that a joke? Are you trying to bamboozle me? The joke's on you if you choose not to believe me. But forget it, Barkley. You're an old man stuck in your ways. You'll soon see the truth. We'll see about that. Alright, so let's get out of here. I don't remember how detailed these dungeons are. Alright, here's Ballbrain 2. I think that's supposed to be like a Gatorade on his side, but I'm pretty sure what that's supposed to be. Alright, let's see here. What's Zeta scan do? Slow all enemy targets, set back all enemy turn counters by 20%. Let's just do this. Let's just do this one. Alright. And then for Barkley, let's do the up key. Uh, 33. Okay, so if I go forward with the jumper, it reduces their guard. If I go back with the jump, if I do a fadeaway jumper, it gives me a guard bonus. And then if I do just straight up the middle, then it does more damage. So let's do that. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I hit the up key on my controller because that's what's cancel on mine. I need to hit up as in the W key. That should kill that guy. There we go. I forget what that one, what Montezuma's Revenge does in this game. Here, I'll show you the, let's do the fadeaway jumper. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Got some Neo Shekels. Alright, let's see what this says. This tomb belongs to the B-Ball All-Star Magic Johnson. I was never fortunate enough to see it, Barkley, but the text state that the two of you had a number of terrific showdowns. I believe the phrase that would have been used in your time was that you rocked the house. I can see you're no greenhorn when it comes to pre-21st century b-ball vernacular and colloquialisms. I shall take that as a compliment. Alright, let's go south here. See what's over here. Kill this guy real quick. Surprise the enemy. Unfortunately, you can't use a controller on this game unless you use like Joy to Key or some program like that, which I do have, but was too lazy to set up and like doesn't always work great. The controls honestly are not that bad in the game without it, so I didn't really worry about it too much. But that might annoy other people. Like if you decide to play the game, that might annoy you. You won't be able to use a controller. I don't know if that was just because it was like too hard to program for the guy, or if it just wasn't worth his time, or yeah, I'm not sure. But I did get 2 shots with that one. Oh, I missed. Alright, there we go. That should kill him. I keep wanting to like move my finger over to like shift or tab, because that was the speed up button that I would use when I would play through emulators on the Mega Man games, but obviously don't have that on this one. So what does this one say? It says, "Here lies Patrick Ewing, born a slave, died at a starting center." Also, I can't remember if I said this in the last video or not. It's been like a week since I recorded the last one, but I'm not a huge basketball fan. I know I'm going to mispronounce a ton of the names in this. If you are a basketball fan, I apologize because I'm going to butcher it. Truewood. I like completely stumbled over that. Actually, that's how I used to talk when I was a kid. I had trouble with R's and W sounds. So there's a video online of, not online, I don't know if it's online, maybe my parents uploaded it, but there's an old video that we had of my aunt mocking my speech impediment when I was a kid. I saw it when I was in college. Like my uncle had uploaded a bunch of our stuff, old videos, to his computer and put them on a DVD, and we were watching through them, and it was like, I'm like, I don't know, maybe 5, and my aunt's mocking my speech impediment. Truer words have never been spoken. Just before the great b-ball purge, she said that I was like a brother to him, like the little brother he never had. He was my best friend, Patrick. I wonder if he actually did have brothers or not. Wanted to say goodbye one last time. What's this? Got one B-ball tier. What does that do? Let's see here. Item, B-ball tier. Tier of an ancient baller. Single BP plus 100%. Is that like a one-time use thing? Like that I should use in... Let me see here. Okay, that's not gonna like raise the max amount. That's just like an ether essentially. I apologize if you guys can hear me sniffling. My wife was sick and I think I got the tail end of it. This is the final resting place of Muggsy Boggs? Sorry, again, mispronunciations. One of the finest point guards in basketball history. He was more than just a good point guard. He was a good friend. I was responsible for his death. He was one of the first killed in the Great B-Ball Purge. I never got to say goodbye. What's this? Did a tear just come from the sarcophagus? Got one B-ball too. Thank you, Muggsy. Thank you. The ball in the center, that is... Yes, Barkley, the ball. Rather, it is not the actual ball you were trapped in during the Space Jam, but it is a scale representation of it. I studied both this statue and this tomb extensively in my research, and have found it to be quite fascinating. This is the crypt of Muggsy Boggs and Patrick Ewing. They were both in the ball with me. They were close friends of mine before the Purge. Sometimes I miss them. The ball. It contained massive powers. Of course you knew this. You were inside of it. You were its source of power. There's something I've always wanted to ask you, Barkley. What was it like to be trapped inside a B-ball? I don't remember much. It was dark and I remember feeling so weak. So weak. But then again, they were harvesting my B-ball energy. There is no doubt in my mind that once the Monstars won the Space Jam, they would have used the ball for ill purposes. Possibly even enough. Let's move on. Wait, what's this? One B-ball shard. That gives me 50% BP. Alright, what's this say? You recognize her, don't you, Barkley? Teresa, the patron saint of slams and jams. But what's that got to do with me now? These truly are dark times we're living in. If you've forgotten your former mistress of B-ball, Teresa, that shit doesn't matter anymore. There's no place for B-ball in this world. I don't see the glory of slams and jams when I see this statue. I only see broken dreams and hollow memories. 1 second, guys. So be it. Alright, sorry, just checking my, if my mute was on or not on my headset. That would have been bad. Record half the episode and have no sound. I mean, it's pretty characteristic for me, but it would still suck. And let's do that one. I don't think there's anything you can do to raise your defense. Like that's one of the systems that I really liked in Mario RPG, is that it was like this active system that like during offensive and defensive rounds there was stuff you could do to keep you engaged. This one is pretty good. Again, this game is much better than you would think for a game with such a ridiculous premise, but the battle system is a lot more involved and deep than it has any right being. Alright. We're gonna check... Oh, I level up. I learned Showboat. He learned Water's Auger. Alright, we're gonna finish this hallway for this video, and then maybe I'll do 1 or 2 more tonight, but... Is this another statue of the ultimate B-ball? Yes, Barkley. The ring around it symbolizes the ring of friendship formed when Michael Jordan helped the Looney Tunes defeat the Monstars in the Space Jam. The power of the ultimate B-ball is revered by ballers, but also feared. They recognize the unlimited potential of a ball containing the abilities of the best ballers ever, but also knew that if the ball got into the wrong hands, the damage could be irreparable. Don't give me a history lesson. I was at the Space Jam. I was part of the ball. I know firsthand the immeasurable power that ball contained. Don't patronize me. You are correct. You don't need a history lesson. Let's move on.